Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily. Tuesday training. It's Des here. Who's up for that Do Running City Slickers solidarity session? Still a bit of a struggle to say, but that's coming up at 6:30 straight after this episode. Just out for a quick walk to do the video before getting out to do that, getting involved with the DOdaily community. Anybody that wants to join us, what we look to do is take part in whatever activity you wish. At the same time, whilst it's virtual, everything's virtual right now, isn't it? It's great to do it knowing others are involved too. One of the real highlights of the week, it gets us going after the Monday motivation yesterday. If you didn't manage to get out, the weather's a bit tricky, it's a bit windy. Fortunately, we're managing to hold the rain off locally in Nottingham. It's supposed to have been raining all day. It's not been too bad, so if you can get out there, it's even more epic in the rain. I always say that. I love running in the rain, so that'll be what I'm doing. But whatever activity you choose, like I say, walking, running, cycling, even something at home, just knowing people are out there taking part seems to be the perfect inspiration to get others involved too. And like I say, if you need that lift off for the week, if you need that encouragement, it just does that. It's just perfect for getting people involved. What I want to talk about today on DOdaily is kind of touching on one of the points from yesterday and one of the reasons why it's supposed to be Blue Monday, although there's no scientific evidence to prove that. But one of the reasons they suggest is that people's motivation's a bit low. They're giving on the New Year's resolutions, targets and goals for the year tend to sort of go out the window a little bit. And I just kind of want to expand on that and just really state that if that is the case, if you have sort of hit a brick wall with those, if you are struggling a little bit, I just want to say, don't be too concerned, don't be too worried about it. Don't let Blue Monday put a stop to that. Don't let, like I say, a label put a stop to it. We've got every opportunity to go again. It's not easy. The reason they use that is because everybody starts things well, got good intentions, got all the determination, and of course at times that wanes a little bit. I mentioned myself, the last couple of days I've been struggling just a little bit, just to sort of get that required motivation to get out there. Although I have done it in the end, I have found it in one way or another. It's not easy. So if, for example, like myself, you're running every day and you've not managed to get out, so what? There's times when we're committed to our running, but we don't run every day. If it is sort of eating or drinking certain things or not doing certain things, one day, one swallow doesn't make a summer, does it? And I read something about diets once in particular. One Mars bar doesn't make you fat, one salad doesn't make you skinny either. So it's just realising that whilst we might be doing something at this particular time of year, we might be pushing ourselves that extra sort of mile, we might be pushing hard to do certain things, at other times of year you might be ticking along nicely, and having a day off here and there, having a break from whatever you're doing. It's not always a bad thing, is it? Sometimes it's perfect for refreshing the mind, and even if it is a case of just caving in, giving up for a short time, we're here to encourage you to get straight back on it. I'm here in particular to encourage you to get straight back on it. Hopefully the video, you can hear me, it's not too windy. It's taking my face off at the moment, so I'll just turn around and go back. Yeah, we're here just to keep encouraging, keep sort of saying that it's never too late. I started everything I do when I'm 35. Sometimes I sort of wonder to myself if I'd have taken some of this advice, took on board some of the things I do when I was 25, would things have turned out different? But it doesn't matter, does it? Because nothing changes. Nothing's going to change now. The one thing we can't do, as much as we can sort of map out our future, do things to be positive and support ourselves going forward, we can't change the past. That's one absolute guarantee in life. We can't change what's gone. So if we can do things, to kickstart ourselves again, I've said lots of times that the ticking over a day, a new year, all these things are great when you need them, but just remember that is just one day. So you can wake up tomorrow, you can go again, you can give it a real good shot. Who is it we're doing this for at the end of the day anyway? We're doing it for ourselves, aren't we? We do it because we want to be better. Whilst we can do things like the solidarity session as part of a team, the one real collective in the DOdaily schedule, we can be a team, we can encourage each other, we can support. It goes, all these little things go towards supporting our own personal goals and ambitions, and that's what's amazing about the community we've got. I'm involved sort of in this running community, so to speak. What is the running community? It's just a group of people, like-minded people with the same idea. It's not a cult, it's not a club you sign up for. It's just a group of people that are like-minded, and that's all I'm trying to sort of prove through speaking and talking. We're just all the same, aren't we? We all fall off the wagon. We all get that next wave of determination to go again, to give it a real go and really press on with the things we do. So like I say, it's just really important to remember that don't get disheartened. Whatever happens, if you go again, if you go for another 2-3 weeks, that's better than giving up completely, isn't it? Things will happen, things will creep up on us. None of us can go ahead with the same amount of determination, with feeling fantastic all the time. Even myself last night, I'll tell you a little bit of a story. As much as I said about Blue Monday yesterday, as much as I said I was attacking the week, I ended up procrastinating about going out for a run. But what I did do when I ran, I remembered some of the things at work. When I finally got out the front door, I put on one of my motivational podcasts. Listening to that, I was planning on doing the absolute bare minimum. I'm trying to run 5k a day at the moment. I'm trying to run, that's my minimum, 5k a day. And that was my only intention when I got out the door, was to do that, was to come back, get settled down and then sort of try and go again today. But got out there, got my podcast on, remember some of the people that helped me, and on that podcast it was saying about pushing yourself that extra mile when you really don't want to, when you really can't be bothered, when you're really struggling. So what I did, ultimately I got halfway through, and ultimately I thought, sod this, I'm going the whole hog here. I'm going to go that extra mile. So I did 4 miles. Nothing out of my nothing beyond my levels of capability, but something that made me prove that I was pushing on, doing what I wanted to do and giving it a real go, and making sure that I left those negative thoughts behind me, that thought of not doing it, and sort of procrastination, and having said all those things to you guys through Monday motivation and not letting the day define us. Even with all that, there was little things getting in the way, creeping up on top of me, but at the end of the day I was pleased with myself because I battled through it. I pushed on, gave it a real go, and before I knew it, like I say, I'd done more than I expected, and by doing that it just made me feel good about what I was doing. I actually went to bed, had a much better night's sleep, and then woke up today and I'm back up all over it again. I've got this solidarity session to look forward to. Like I say, one of my absolute favourites of the week. So just something to think about there, guys. Don't be defined by one sort of negative action. We can all bounce back. Bit of bounce back ability, bit of resilience. Give it that real go to try and do the things we do. And like I say, before you know it, you'll be sort of right back into things, pushing on again, back into those challenges. If you are sort of still going, just a bit of a reminder to keep going on the tough days. It's not easy. So use them tough days, remember them. That's important, isn't it? Remember the tough ones, keep going, keep pushing as hard as you can, do you know, and when it's not so tough, it'll be a lot easier to move forward. And outside, when it is so tough, when it gets tough again, it'll be a lot easier to move forward. So if you can join us today, guys, do you know, 6:30, just to show that bit of team spirit. Do you know, it really does show the team players. Whilst I'm not having a go at anybody that doesn't do it at 6:30, people have got lots of reasons not to. Do you know, some people have told me at times that they're really demotivated and they can't find the time, despite the fact they're working from home. Yet when they was working at work, they always found the time. I find that a bit bizarre, because at the end of the day, it's about doing absolutely what we want, isn't it? It's about doing the things we want, and when you want to do something, you make time. Definitely what I do on a Tuesday. 6:30 sort of blocked out every week. Please join us, get out there, get active, enjoy the rain smashing in your face. Like I say, hopefully it's not been too windy. We've got the Wednesday workout to keep sort of persevering at tomorrow. I know lots of the guys are enjoying that, you know, working to that structure again, giving them a bit of a plan just to see the month through. You know, it's another one where if you're doing something on a daily basis like I am, it's just another one ticked off very easily and quickly without thinking about it too much. I'll be back with more words to try and encourage you to get involved in that. Do you know, the perfect midweek motivation, I like to call it. So until then, just doing it.